Hello.
AJ.
So Tech said he will probably miss this and Rita is out of town. So it's just,
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
yeah. Do you have anything you wanted to discuss?
Yeah. One thing was, so when are we targeting the next? I think 3.22 release.
Yeah. So, uh, like if you go to GitHub
Okay.
and you click on issues, you'll see like milestone button right next to like labels and new issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if you click that, like we maintain all the milestones there. And so the next one is 322, which is marked for February 18.
Okay. Got it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in three, like if you click on that milestone, those are all the issues that we want, or like everything that we possibly want
Yes.
in 322
Got it.
we discussed.
Yeah.
And so the practice is
Okay.
release cadence is every 3 months, give or take.
Okay.
Then let me see. And so once like the current release, which is 322, is released, like whatever the date is, we will update the milestone, the next milestone for 3 months from now to be ended, or set a due date on that. So
Okay.
6 months of whenever 322 gets released. So roughly it's 322, like roughly we do every 3 months, but like sometimes it's just week or two apart.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's about it. And we also have a release file, like release, how to do a release document in the repo itself. I'm trying to look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's under docs, the gatekeeper docs, and you'll find release MD there.
Yeah. Got it. Yes.
So yeah, go through the release MD, see if anything that doesn't make sense to you,
Yes. Yes.
bring it up and we can discuss and possibly like update the release MD file as well.
Got it. And like just to ask, like you while you're like locally developing, do you use like kind plus like tilt, like as it's mentioned in the documentation?
Uh, I used to use Tilt before, but then I stopped using it. I didn't like it very much.
Okay.
Um, so I use kind, and then
Okay.
um, for kind, like, and then I generally what I do is like if you go look at any PRs, there are like workflows, right? And even
Yeah.
there is workflow file in your like GitHub dot github directory. So what I
Yes.
do is generally I go to a PR that I'm working on, go through the workflow that is failing, and then just copy paste the commands from there
Got it. Okay. Yeah,
to
that makes
test and like
sense.
deploy and everything, because all those jobs has those commands that you need. So that's how you get like exactly how it was deployed.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Uh,
Mm, yeah, do you have any questions on the things you are working on?
no, nothing as of now. But I'm like like yeah, I'm expecting to have them like soon. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. If you have any like questions around, I remember like we assigned you 5 things, and if you have any questions around what to start with, let me know.
Yes, so is it like better if I start with the milestone issues? Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
okay. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. But so, those might be a little bit more heavier. So if you want to pick up something small first for the first one, that's also fine. So that's why I was asking, uh,
Okay.
like however you prefer. Milestone issues would be good to start with. I think that will roll you into things a lot quicker.
Yes, yes. Yeah, even I was thinking like if maybe milestone issues might take me more time, then I think maybe I should get started with them first and yeah, try to figure out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Alan.
Hey Jay, sorry, I'm just walking into the office. How you doing, Jay?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Did you waiting for folks or maybe some
Um,
low
so
participation
Sarvesh and
today?
Rita are not gonna be here, so it's a low attendance thing.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Abhishek we were just waiting for folks to join and see if they have any questions and like hang around till like 15 minutes mark and then
Okay.
probably
Well, I joined just in time then.
yeah. Do you have anything?
I do. Just give me a second to log in here to
Oh,
my
yeah,
group.
take your time.
And sorry, the other person you said, Abish, is this another contributor or maintainer? Did I
Oh,
get
you
my?
haven't met them? Abhishek, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hey, Alan. Yeah, so I'll be starting working on Gatekeeper and I'll be like contributing to Gatekeeper like actively from like yeah, from like now on.
Ah, awesome, awesome, man. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, I don't know if you were on a prior call, but I'm just a user of Gatekeeper, our firm, JP
Oh,
Morgan.
amazing. Okay.
Yeah, and Jay and the team have been grateful. I mean, doing a great job helping us out with certain things.
Yes.
So
Yep.
um, I'm almost in here. So let me set up the because Jay, what we've been doing, coming to the end of the year is starting to plan 2026, right? And I've been pretty vocal about the issues, the issue that we have and how we implement it. And so it looks like I kind of hear this, but I think we're going to have some prioritization to like contributing to open source, uh,
Mm-hmm.
just because of like the barriers and some of the constraints and limitations that we have as a financial service company. Um, Things are a little bit more complicated, but it looks like they're trying to improve that process, right? For us, the engineers trying to contribute back. So I'm hoping good things to come out of that, and then that means we could potentially, you know, put more time to that. Um, and so one of the things that was kind of asked of me was for like this month is pretty much done. A lot of us are going on vacation the last 2 weeks, so we're looking at like early January to maybe set up some time with the gatekeeper maintainers yourself and maybe Abish now to really properly like sit down. I know we did this once, but understand the code base, anything that we need to know to understand so that we can contribute properly. And then
Yeah.
also understand like the build process and all those things, right?
Yeah.
Um,
It might
mhm.
it might be a little bit helpful because I added Copilot instruction a little while ago, and those
Mhm.
are like pretty good in terms of defining repository architectures and all the development steps. it was a
Oh,
nice
okay.
exercise for me to like jot everything down with Copilot.
Oh, nice,
Copilot
nice.
be more accurate, and
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
that might be helpful to go through that as well. But yeah, continue. Go.
Okay. And is that like something you like material you produced? It's like documentation you produced?
Yeah.
Or
So it's under gatekeepers, like under GitHub workflows. Like, so if you go to .github directory in gatekeeper repo, you will find copilot instructions.md, or like in general on the top level there will be an agents.md, which are basically the same files.
I see. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just learning about that
Yeah.
workflow with like Copilot and VS Code, defining the agents and the instructions and all that stuff. I think that's super interesting. I haven't leveraged it myself, but uh,
But
okay,
yeah,
so that's
definitely,
good.
once you go through this and we need to like set up some more meetings and stuff, I'm more than happy to do so.
Got it. And then kind of related to that, and this might be something you don't have an answer to right now, and my team, one of the architects, is trying to figure out also, what's been challenging, and it's not necessarily something that's a must, but it would be nice to sometimes be like, hey Jay, let me share my screen and show you the issue, right? But we
Yeah.
can't do that necessarily unless there's some kind of NDA. But I don't know anything about that space, and that's what my architect is going to figure out, like
Hmm.
if that's possible. But then also you guys would have to determine if that's something you guys are allowed to do, right? But I'm just throwing that out there as an
Yeah.
option if it becomes something that's doable from both sides, right? Because
Uh,
have you
yeah.
dealt with anybody like that or a different use case similar?
Not really. Like, you are the first
Okay.
one that I'm talking to about this. I am not sure
Mm. Mm.
on what are the steps that we need to take. So let me ask Sartesh and Rita as well, to
Okay.
like kind of parallelly go on with this and see
Yeah.
like what is feasible.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you said like somebody is from your side working on figuring out the process and everything
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
for
If
this.
like if it's even something, because yeah, even if it's possible. So just like to be determined, but just wanted to voice that. Um, even if we don't get to establish something like that, we still can just verbally uh, talk about the issues and all that stuff, depending on
Yep.
how much we need to share. Um, the other thing, Jay, is I really tried to pitch and explore the idea of doing a single deployment instance with both operations, right? Um,
Mm.
I was able to, in a lower environment, tweak our config and the deployment uh, to deploy both operations in one deployment and deploy it into our stack, right? And it worked pretty seamlessly, right? I just had to do a lot of Helm config updates. The thing is, though, that's a lower environment. We don't have proper, you know, uh, observability or load and traffic like our production environment. So that would have been like step two. But in talking to my architect, he doesn't want to proceed any further just because he really, we believe this is an anti-pattern. Like, and this is a question out to maybe you and the greater gatekeeper team is why we are tightly coupling the webhook, the two operations, a mutating webhook and a gate and a validating gatekeeper in one instance, right? And where the argument lies is the validating instance has that caching mechanism that could adversely affect the mutating instance because our understanding it doesn't rely on that. And so you're making a change or you have to cache more items, you're potentially impacting the mutating capability of that operation or of that instance. Similarly, if you're just making any changes specific to validating, there might be adverse effect to the mutating functionality, and because like, they should be they're doing single or different operations. Like, why are we coupling them into one controller, or at least have the ability to do two deployments and separate that concern, right? Um, that was the pushback that I got. I was like, yeah, we really don't want to. Uh,
Yeah, I mean that's fair ask, and I am wondering the same thing. This whole like dependency thing and everything was built before me, and so when I
yeah,
had
yeah,
new operations, I kind of added on top of it.
yeah,
My
yeah.
guess is that at the time, there were fewer operations and lesser complications, so it didn't occur as much to um,
Separate them. Yeah.
yeah, separate them and like make the deployment more complex. um,
Mm-hmm.
but then with time things kind of got built on top and it got complicated, and so that's why this is a good time to like redistribute the whole thing to
Right.
its independent operations.
Got
um,
it.
yeah,
Okay.
unfortunately I haven't had time still to like take that like copilot PR up
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and review it and stuff. But I get
Got
your
it.
like that's definitely the right direction and right pushback from your architecture team.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. And here's the third item that we are going to explore as a maybe last resort or quick workaround, um, because we don't want to be stuck behind on out, unsupported
Yeah.
release 350, right? And that is if you remember back in my issue that I raised, I set up that environment and I explored enabling both operations, the webhook operation, the mutating operation. Um, and there was concerns that now we have two gatekeeper deployments, uh, reconciling the constraints and the constraint templates resources, right? Like, and if there's going to be issues with two different instances trying to make the status updates or, or that operation that writes to the resources themselves. I forget what the name is, but um, one thing that we want to explore is on that second instance that's going to be the mutating instance. We'll enable both operations, but for the service account on that instance, we won't give it RBAC to the validating resources so that it doesn't have the ability to reconcile or write to these objects. We
Basically,
haven't done, yeah, we
from
haven't
template.
implemented it. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, basically you are going to revoke the access to constraint templates through RBAC on
Correct, correct.
the webhook
And
that's running or the pod that's running mutation and validation.
hmm
One
hmm
individual pod, yeah.
yeah. And so like we probably get errors saying, hey, you can't access this these resources, but like we're wondering if it's just gonna. We'll have to definitely, obviously, test that thoroughly and just see if there's any adverse effects or implications to doing that. But that's a low hanging thing we can potentially do to then have to upgrade to a newer release, but still maintain our deployment strategy. So just FYI, if you can think of anything like immediately that's like, oh no, don't do that, or you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, I'm thinking about it. uh, the only thing that comes to mind is like that's how you are currently broken, but I don't think OPA client initiation has anything to do with RBAC. It will happen regardless as long as the operation is there.
yeah, right.
Mm,
Right. And then if you have to think about it offline, or if you do come up with something, please
yeah,
just ping in the chat or in the gatekeeper channel, and I'll
yep.
pick it up.
Do you guys use expansion templates?
No,
Okay, then
we probably should, but we don't.
okay, yeah. I mean, I don't imagine them working if like constraint templates are
Right.
not getting
Not.
reconciled. Like ultimately you'll
Mm,
face error, but it just might be so. What how I would think about this is that for mutation, I would just give appropriate RBAC just for mutation and not include anything else, rather than not giving access to just constraint template and go from there.
Yeah. So you're saying on the mutating deployment, the service account will be uh, its RBAC will only have access to the like the assigns, the assigned metadata, like those
Exactly.
resources. Yeah,
Exactly. That's how I would start from. I
makes
think
sense.
that's easier to it's easier to expand scope and debug more rather than
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
scope and
Just yeah,
uh, debug.
yeah, agreed. Okay, yeah, we'll explore that option and see what kind of results we get for now.
Yeah, you guys use external data with mutation? So in that case, like provider CRDs, you will need to give access to. Mutation does not do or use sync set, so that should be fine. Uh,
For the external data provider for mutation, no, we have it for validating, but not for mutating.
okay, okay, that's good then. And so apart from mutation, you'll need, I think, mutation sub resource probably to be part of the RBAC as well.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah.
for
So
the mutation pod.
yep, yeah. If I whatever I see that's mutation related, you guys
Yeah,
separated those resource groups pretty well. We'll
yeah.
we'll include it in the article.
Hmm. Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
because
that's a good early sign.
yeah,
Maybe.
you do definitely want to reduce RBAC.
Hmm.
Uh, sorry, RBAC access to sync sets if you guys are like using data replication things, because then you will run into the same problem where a pod is getting bloated. For mutation as well, if the sync set or like, config resource is there. Do you what to process filter and everything? Do you use config resource, gatekeeper config resource?
Yes, yes. Not the new sync stuff. It's the older implementation, right? Yeah.
And I don't recall, it's been some time, but does it do like mutation controls as well? No, right?
Let me take a quick
So config resource has two types of functionality, right? Like one is process excluder functionality and another one is syncing functionality.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you use like process excluder functionalities like for certain namespace audits?
Yes, I think we do. I think we do. Let me log into the cluster.
Okay, so my concern would be there that if you don't have anything that is specifically configured for mutation in config resource, just remove the RBAC for config resource from the mutation as well. Otherwise, mutation pod looking at config resource will sync all the resources that it shouldn't be syncing.
Mm. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that's gonna take a while for me to log into that. I'll take a look at that. Yeah, I'll take a look.
Okay, cool. Yeah, those are, I think, all the things
The
that I can
gotchas.
think about
Yeah.
right now. I'll give it a thought as well.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, those were the highlights items I wanted to run by you guys.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna jot it down to like meeting notes as well, so that other people have a chance when they go
Yeah,
look at it.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to you guys getting
Yeah,
approval and, and start.
that'd be awesome, man. Same here, man. It's always if it was up to me, I'd do it, but I don't always have the last say of what I'm working on, unfortunately. So, but I think we've come to a place where yeah, we're falling behind, so we need to do something. Okay. If anything else, like if I don't talk to you guys, Jake, have a good holiday, man. And in the new year, maybe I'll set up a session with that architect that I mentioned and just go over. Hopefully, we have a good defined process of how to engage with open source.
Okay. Yep.
Cool.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.